Welcome to the stream, folks. CreatorCast coming live at you from OBS Studios. This is not OBS Studios. It's me hosting the stream tonight, and I am using OBS. There's been a lot of contention between OBS and Mimo Live, and I'm here to set the record straight. I'm joined this evening by Scott Muir in Melbourne town. How are you, Scotty?
Very good, mate. Feeling a little bit lonely at the minute. I know there's a few people missing, but yeah, just you and me tonight. So yeah, no, doing very well. Doing very well.
We are alone here this evening. We are not alone. We have the chat there. Up in the chat, we got Creaky, got Robert Muller. Go down Ben Wilson. Yeah, Shiloh.
We've got Mark Ensby.
Now, just as a heads up, if this stream does die at any point, it's not because of OBS, it's because of my data on my phone. These mobile towers, when they sync up, they often lose their connection. And at this point, touch wood, it's all going well. Now, you may be asking, where the crap are the other two yahoos from CreatorCast? Oh dear, they're not with us this evening. We have, well, I believe Danny Black might still be on a ship boat. Jay Boston said he couldn't make it, and then at the very last second he said he could, and unfortunately, Jay, I'm going to have to say no. That's not how it works. I spent all afternoon setting OBS up for two people, and you can't come in here as a third party just like that. It doesn't work that way.
Oh, well. Sadly, those fellas have to miss out. Have we even heard from Danny? He's still on the ship boat, isn't he? So, yeah. But Jay, hopefully Jay will drop in the chat so you can answer any questions you guys have. But Jay, we just said, Miss Riz just said there's an echo.
There's an echo. Okay, that's interesting. I'm not hearing it, but if
everyone else,
yeah, I mean, I'm hearing a little click here and there when you speak, Scotty, but I don't know if that's part of this OBS system or not.
I'm not too sure. Hopefully it's I had an echo the other week, but yeah, I don't know what that is. But
yeah, if anyone in the chat can hear a clicking when Scotty talks, or is it just at my end? And Miss Riz, what's really bad? The echo. Okay, she says it's an echo. Do you have your are you watching the stream anywhere, Scotty, and you might have that not muted?
No, I'm just watching it off my phone. So I'm just watching chat off my phone.
Oh, wait. I think I can see what's going on here.
Okay.
If I lower that, now you talk, Scotty.
Okay, hopefully there's no echo.
I reckon I just fixed it. I think that was my mistake. There's a lot going on here right now, and you know, I've only streamed live once before in my life, so
for less than a minute.
Exactly. Miss Riz, can you still hear that echo? Can you please let me know if that's now gone? Hashtag techies hard. And Robert can hear the clip too. Much better. Okay, cool. Yeah, that was my mistake then. I just had two. So if people want to know what we're doing here, we're using a new NDI plugin that punches in from Skype into OBS, and you theoretically can bring in, I think, 13 different feeds from Skype.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's why this is now looking like the old format we used to use when we were recording them at home and then editing them and uploading them. But I reckon this, if this works and if the stream holds up with my data, we should be good to go tonight.
We should be right. Yeah. But being that it's only two of us, hopefully we'll. But the OBS is the catalyst in all this, isn't it? Hopefully, we're the guinea pigs tonight.
Yeah. I feel like the clicking from you might just be a Skype punching in the back end.
Could be.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Scotty, how's your week been?
It has been busy. I didn't really realise that it was Wednesday until I messaged you guys this morning, being like, "Hey, it's CreatorCast Wednesday, isn't it?"
Yeah.
It's just flying by. I went to the movies last night. I saw an emotional tear-jerking movie in A Star Is Born with Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga.
Okay.
Top film, actually. So if anyone in the chat is thinking about going to the movies, check it out. Bradley Cooper is the man. I have a major man crush on him.
Ooh. Cat's out.
Yeah, and Lady Gaga won me over. But yeah, other than that, I went out and filmed some stuff on Monday nights, Ben and Silos, which you might have seen on Jay's channel. He did a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, we went up there for sunset. So me and Panda went up there, and it was in probably the top 3 explores I've ever done, to be honest. I keep saying that, but it's all part of the moment, being up there in the sunset. And yeah,
it's a big call, isn't it, when you've got so many explores under your belt?
I know, and you guys haven't even seen two of them that I can honestly say are my top 2. You won't be seeing them for a little while.
Is this what you previewed to me at CreatorCon? Because I've seen a little snippet.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. How about you, mate? How's Calborough Beach Street?
Huh. Interesting. Sorry, I'm just looking at your image. You just went smaller for some reason. Did you change anything on Skype?
I definitely didn't.
Yeah,
I've just noticed that as well.
You see that, guys? That's just done that automatically. I haven't touched anything. That's
tech is hard.
We do have. I did have a team member from Skype who Danny and I spoke with that may be watching this stream. So, now it's gone even smaller. What the? That's really odd. I'm going to have to...
Yeah, I'm not even touching it.
I'm going to have to do some manipulations here.
No, I've gone even smaller again, haven't I?
Yeah, it's really odd, man. You've just gone...
Soon I'm just going to disappear. What if I just move my head over a little bit so you guys can see me?
That's the Skype diet plugin, Funky Miller says.
Oh, yeah. I need that.
I didn't do that, and I guess this is going to be when Mark and Danny go, that's why OBS is shit. But I don't know if it's OBS or if it's...
I'm like half on the screen, half off. I don't know what's going on there.
If Mr. Skype guy is actually watching this and after the fact and wants to inform me, I mean, you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just bringing you back, but I want to know why that happened in the first place. But that'll do for the time being, yeah.
There we go. There's one deer now. Oh dear,
yeah,
2 deers.
I've got you back. Funky Miller says OBS is good. Maybe it was a keyboard shortcut. No, I don't actually have any of those set up, Funky. I'm using all Stream Deck to control this. Is there a maximize square? No, Robert. Hashtag tech is hard from the right stuff. Hey, by the way, just on this live streaming note, Mimo wouldn't do this. As you might all be aware, I did go live on Gives a Minute for the first time ever on that channel this week. It went for a grand total of a minute, but if you look closer at it, it actually only went for 52 seconds. Now, that's not something I chose. That was something that YouTube did after the fact. And I know from those that were playing in the chat at the time, after it went live, you could rewatch it and it had the full minute. It wasn't until YouTube encoded it for my channel that it lost a few seconds. Yeah, it gives 53 seconds, says Creaky. And Creaky wanted to know how that bothered me. And I'm going to be honest, it bothered the crap out of me. I worked so hard to get this exactly how I wanted, and then for YouTube to turn around and just go, bad luck. We're not doing that.
So is this Saturday's live stream? Are you going to do an extra 10 seconds or 8 seconds just to see if
That's a good question.
See if it knocks it up to a minute?
I don't think I'll be doing that. I'll just do the 2 minute even. But if Creaky says, but you're not OCD about it, so it's not an issue at all. Well, I don't know if I would consider myself OCD, but I definitely set this channel up to be all about time and about minutes. And if that's the fundamentals of my channel, when something so simple goes wrong, then it kind of kills me. But what I've got here...
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, well, keep going, Scotty.
I was going to say, it's just like your daily vlog going for 4 minutes and 1 second.
That's yeah, you know what? That's probably what it is. Something to do with that. Like some encoding in the back end. Pretty frustrating. What I do have, though, I just want to test this through OBS. I have that stream queued up here to play. So if we can all spare 52 seconds, we can see what I did on my channel last week on Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. LA time, 9 p.m. New York time, and 11 p.m. London time. That's my live times on the Saturday for Australia. Let's have a watch of this. Hello the internet, and welcome to the stream, the first live stream for Gives a Minute. It is Saturday the 20th of October 2018.
Hello to the givers playing in the chat. Hello to the givers playing after the fact. Today I'm going to be streaming for 1 minute. Oh, that's we're out of time.
So that's what we had there, and the little glitch at the start where it went from like my opening animation and then it jumped all the way to like 12 seconds, that was where I lost about 5 or 6 seconds. Not so sure what's going on there. Yeah,
a bit weird. Yeah, I thought the little glitch, I said it to you in the comments of your video on your vlog, that I thought the glitch was part of like the live stream, like it was how you separate. I was waiting for something to like kick in, like, you know, a little glitch in the music and then the song would change. I was like, oh, that's cool.
It was intentional. Okay.
Didn't realize until didn't realize till later on.
Now, here's the thing. Like, I got Mark Ensby, the right stuff, saying, "Are we still testing OBS?" Question mark. Question mark. I'm fluent with Mimo after 1 week. Smiling, winking face. So here's a little throw out I want to put to you, Mark, and to Danny. Well, actually, Danny's been quiet because he's not here, so we can't really throw him under the bus here, but. If you can use Mimo Live to mimic this, what you're seeing here now, that would be very interesting. I want you to be able to do all the cool things that Mimo Live does and create a creator cast, even if you do it on your channel, just for a segment where you swap out profiles and you say, this is the right creator cast live, just to see how you put the background graphic, the underlay music, and the three. I just want to see if you can do it.
Yeah. So it's very simple when you're on your own, not having to dig it in. But yeah, once you start adding in the little elements of, you know, Danny's in wherever you're here, I'm there, Jay's there. Add that into the mix, and then someone hasn't updated Skype. You know, it's all that sort of stuff that adds into the funness. I don't think we've had a live stream, CreatorCast live stream, since we started doing this. That's gone smoothly. We've always changed it up. We're always like, oh, it's 2 minutes to 8.
It's true.
There was a live stream a couple of weeks ago where we sat here for about 45 minutes, just looking at the chat scroll past, and we sat there Danny trying to get it to work. So the right stuff. Anyone who hasn't anyone who hasn't subbed to the right stuff, get on it. I was going to talk about Creaky's live streaming on Facebook. He's anyone who's not. He's not doing it. Is he doing it through his personal profile, or is he doing it through his?
I believe
his
it's
page.
His personal profile that I've seen. When YouTube went down, that was a great video he put up. Yeah,
that was a banger.
Nailed that.
Yeah. So I think, judging by some of his posts in the CreatorCast group, if you're not in the group, what is it? Facebook.com/group/CreatorCast. He posted some stuff on there for his live streaming for his page. He just said it was on his page. So if you search the Creaky, I think, on Facebook, you will find that right there. So you can see those bangers
really
that he's coming out with.
I think they're a pretty good effort and really interesting content as well. And yeah, Scotty's 2K giveaway was good. That was not rigged. Not rigged at all.
Yeah, thanks, Robert.
Nah, not at all.
That wasn't rigged. It wasn't rigged. I kind of actually said to Brittany as we were there, there was only 2 people on that entire list who were in Australia, and I said, it'd be a little bit easier for me if it was in Australia. And it was only you and Brittany. The rest were all Americans that were on the list. Not that it really matters anyway, because it would have been sent straight from Spreadshirt. But yeah, I didn't know the numbers. It was all done by an app. So yeah, it was completely and utterly a fluke that your name came out of that.
I'm happy that I won, but like I was saying afterwards to you, like if it's the same shirt that I've already got, then give it to someone else. But if it's a new shirt, I'll definitely take that, because you know me and shirts, like.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a once-off 2K subscriber shirt for you. Maybe bright pink.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, who knows what will come with. Well, there's Jay Boston's in the chat right there. He's saying rigged scam. That's what people thought of my giveaway. What was it? Oh,
Jay, are you talking about the one that you canned, or are you talking about the other one where you said you've got to be in the chat to win, and then both people that won weren't in the chat, but you still gave it to them? Yeah.
Yeah. That was Yeah, I mean, we could do a whole segment, a whole new
Yeah.
segment now on giveaways. I think we did it
didn't we?
once
Yeah.
upon a time.
I saw a comment
Yeah.
back up there from Will saying he loved the callback to the old snorkeling video unboxing with the dog bark at gives a minute at me. You're the only person that said anything about that, Will, but that's why I put that in there. It's like a nice little tie back to
I like those. Yeah, those little Easter eggs. I like
Hey,
that stuff.
It was us in town.
We got Warren.
How you going, boy? How's everything over there in Chinatown?
See. Well, when you said he's in town, I was like, he's in
No,
Melbourne.
I think he's in Hong Kong right now at this particular point. And Jay says the canned comp. Yeah, you did. Jay, you did cop an awful lot of heat for that, and I don't want to. I'd rather talk with you about that on the live stream. I'd rather we have a discussion of it instead of me just saying what I feel. But we can talk about it another point. By the way, if I'm looking this way at my chat screen, the chat is actually that way for everybody else, correct? So if you see me always looking over here, it's me looking at the chat, even though it might look like I'm looking the wrong way. Just the nature of the beast.
Right. Yeah, Warren said he's in Hong Kong. So
can we get some consensus on the pops with Scotty's voice? When Scott talks, is it clicking still? If you talk now, Scotty.
Okay, so I was just reading the chat. Just said drop out.
Dropping frames now.
Have we?
Yeah.
Oh, we're buffering.
That's the nature of. I'm going to put a post.
Looks like we're gone. The point that we had 21 viewers.
No, it'll come back.
Yeah.
That's the nature of
Jeffy's hard.
It'll come back.
That message restricted.
I'm looking at the kilobytes now. It's like,
oh, dude, we dropped so many viewers. We went from 21 to 16.
M2 cell.
Jeremy's on there.
I mean, I literally can't do anything about this until the stream just picks itself back up. I'm watching my data on my phone, and it'll bump back. Everyone's
dropping out.
Yeah,
we're down to 7 now.
This is why I didn't want to ever stream with phone as data, but here we are. It goes for a while, and then the phone tower loses sync, and it has to resync, and when that happens, you just lose connection.
Everyone's gone now. It's literally just, I think, you and me. Oh, that sucks.
Yep. 4,000 drop frames, 12.5% drop frames. And I literally can't do anything about it. No.
Can't touch it. Dang it.
I mean, it may come back. It's now still. No, it's just hovering around 200 kilobytes a second. I'm just hoping that it'll bump back up. I've got 4 bars. Got 4 bars of service. It should just bump back up as soon as it connects.
Dang.
Still hovering around there. 203 might go up. No, 198. I'm going to ask Boz. Why did I miss? What's Fem2 cell? This is shit. We might as well end it, I suppose.
Should we come back on, or just
if I
end
come
it?
back on, it'll start a new stream.
And we'll just jump on, do a quick 20 minutes or something.
Okay. Yeah,
just to wrap it up.
Get any let's stop the stream and start again. All right, I mean, Okay, I hope this is doing something now. We'll see if it maybe it bumps back onto the same stream. I don't know. Yeah,
Oh, I think we're back.
Maybe.
Are we? No.
Folks, if we are back and you can hear us and you can see us, it's look, this is my point with streaming on data on your cell phone. The moment I lose sync with the tower, my frames just drop, and we lost like 80% drops of frames. So Jeremy says hook you up with the femto cell for better coverage. In short, it boosts mobile reception. Yeah, I'd definitely be keen for something like that, Jeremy. I don't know how that would help here in Culburra Beach, but I'm open to anything. But yeah, this is why I've been holding off on my live stream for so long, and I know that this will happen on Gives a Minute when I'm streaming. I'm doing short bursts at the moment, like a minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, and I'm hoping that it'll never happen. But we got through about 17 minutes, and then it just went, yeah,
it dropped out. Yeah, and maybe you might have to look into something to boost that signal, man, if you can.
Anyway,
yeah, nothing to do with OBS or anything like that, as we're saying.
Yeah,
just crappy cell phone coverage and a crappy Australian internet.
I've got a good speed on this phone. Like I can stream with a decent data rate, but I just can't consistently say that it's going to stay the whole time.
That's all right. Well, if we suddenly drop out again, then we'll probably just wrap it up for the night, because we're only going to do another half an hour, 20 minutes, while it's just the two of us. Was there anything we needed to discuss while we're still here?
We were going to. I mean, we don't have a time frame. It's not Gives a Minute. We can talk as long as we want. But I thought if we went for like an hour or something, if the chat kind of gave us some interesting topics. As I was saying before we dropped, if anyone can hear the clicking when Scott talks, can you just like type the letter 1 or the number 1 in the chat so we can hear? I just want to see if we can work that out. Scotty, can you just do some freestyle?
Yeah, I don't. Hopefully, there's no clicking at all. I don't know what that is. Last time there was an echo. Now there's a click, and hopefully it's not anything to do with my microphone. Scott, or
is it just at my end? Okay.
No,
it could just be me through the cycle of all the information. Here we go. Yeah, Miss Riz, she's got a great point to bring up here. Sailing the whatever it is channel. Are we waiting for Danny to get back to discuss that, or are we not discussing that sort of thing? Yeah, okay. So does everybody... thanks, Jeremy. No click. Cool. It could just be at my end. That's good to know. Does everybody know what Miss Riz is talking about? Scotty, do you know about this?
Yeah, I do. I haven't watched the video yet, but just from discussing it with you guys.
Okay. Well, so what happened was Sailing the Vagabond put out a video saying 7 reasons not to go on a cruise ship, and then they pretty much went ahead and just dug deep into what is wrong with the whole cruising industry, according to them, and they got right high and mighty and sat on their little perch and delivered pretty scathing video, which obviously is going to polarize their audience. To me, I wrote a comment saying, what happened to just the cool sailing videos where you dudes were having a great time exploring? All this preaching, you sound like a bunch of entitled wankers, basically. To which nobody replied, but that's my thoughts. I think they're coming across as pretty arrogant. And
yeah, I haven't watched the video, but I just clicked it open to see if there was any comments from anyone saying like, oh, about Danny. Yeah, obviously they used some of Danny's footage or something, did they?
I feel like the using of Danny's footage isn't an issue here. Like that's all and true in fair use. That's fine. Like they can certainly do that. That's not what we're arguing. But what it did do was it triggered off people to say, like, to let Danny know that, oh, by the way, your footage has been used in this, and what do you think of it? And now Danny's hard at work putting together a reply video, which is, we all are.
I'm looking forward to that.
I'm super keen to see how he. I mean, he's on a ship right now, so he has access to all, to rebut everything and to argue, and he's got the captains and the second mates and everybody on board that can say this is the reason you dudes are wankers, and I'm pretty keen to hear that.
Yeah, that's good. There's no clicking, which is good. So I just read the comments.
Still had a sneaky little dig there.
And Will, thank you about the beard comment. That boosts my ego very much. So I don't really watch much of their stuff anymore. But they're on how much would that catamaran cost? They're on
definitely. Yeah.
I was going to say millions. So yeah, not all of us are as lucky to be in that position of being handed a catamaran, because how they pay for that?
Contentious as well. They've never really explained that, and they say that they should have explained it, but they never have really explained it. And it's like, so all right, you guys have done pretty well out of it, and therefore you're better than everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. I wish we all had the opportunity to sail around the Caribbean and on a multi-million-dollar catamaran for. And then I looked up their Patreon support, and it's bloody ridiculous the amount they get per month.
Well, like props to them, really. Props to them for doing well. But
I'm interested to see what happens when she has that baby.
Yeah, she's pregnant, so that's going to obviously change the audience quite a lot as well. I mean, it probably will work in their favor. You know, a newborn is something incredible, and it's going to be captivating viewing, particularly because they're on a boat or on a sailing vessel.
Yeah, because I remember them talking about moving back to Australia for a little while the kid grew up. So I'm interested to see if it shifts the direction of the channel.
Yeah, same here. Hey, is Chandy still in the chat? Chandy, if you're still here, just give us a holla hoo-ha. But just looking back up the chat a little, Will says he's using headphones and can only hear me through one side. Can anyone else report this, or is it just Will?
I think we've dropped again.
Yeah, we've lost frames there. We're going to stop streaming. Hang on, Chandy's still there. There'll
be a little delay if we come back.
Yeah. Okay.
I think we're back. Possibly.
Okay, so that might have been another drop then. I've been watching so what happens is on OBS you get like kilobits per second of how much kilobits are pumping out to the stream, and it sits around the 4,000 mark pretty comfortably, and when it drops to like 200, you know it's all over. So as soon as that happens, I just started the stream
again. Over.
So Chandy, I just wanted to do this, mate, if you're still there in the stream. Props to Adelaide, and check this out. I can't see if you can see that or not, so tell me when.
Yeah, we got that.
Chandy will know what that is, and anyone else from Adelaide will know as well. And also, this is this side representing a cool band from Adelaide who I did some work with a couple of years ago. And Mark Ensby says it's in stereo in his headphones, so time to get some new headphones. I recommend these guys.
Yeah.
From Mastrop. I made a video about it. Chandy, I got this given to me when I did some work with the Radix boys in Adelaide about 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. It's on my vlog. I'll link it to you one time. Yeah, these boys are a great band from your town, and if you get a chance to go and see them, go and check them out.
Speaking of vlog, how is it getting up at what are you up to now? 2:15, 2:30
this morning. Tomorrow morning it'll be 2:28. It's not much fun, I can tell you now.
Yeah, I'm not jealous of it. When I get to sit there and watch it on my lunch break or whatever, I don't know how you're doing it, mate.
It's hard work. Hey, Will, when you say Scotty is in stereo, not Ben-on, do you mean stereo or do you just mean in both Kanses? Because stereo is a different thing altogether. Like, this isn't a stereo mic, so it's not going to be a stereo effect. Do you just mean in both cans? Because it definitely is down mixed to mono in both cans, and you're the only one reporting that problem, so get out of here.
Yeah. That's an odd one. So it seems like we have different people telling us different things at different times, so it can be pretty tricky with live streaming business.
Does anyone know when Danny will be back? Because I mean, this is 2 weeks in a row now where he's been gone, so maybe we don't even need him.
No, get rid of him. Too many Americans, mate. No, I think he's back. He'll be back next Wednesday, I'm pretty sure. I think he only said 2 weeks. So yeah, we need Danny's beautiful, soothing voice to take us into a Wednesday night.
Good to know, Will. Good to know. I nailed that. Yeah, look, my channel. Someone said there that it hasn't seen up to. Who said that in the chat about my? Oh, Ben Wilson says he's so far behind 1 a.m. Yeah, you've got a fair bit to go there, Ben. But no worry, there'll be a new video every day.
Yeah, but and the beautiful thing is only 4 minutes, so you can catch up on it.
I have a.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Am I going to mention this? No, I'm not. I'm not going to mention this, but I'll talk about it next week. I've got a little test, if you like, coming up, and just want to see how it works. Shut up. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about
it. That's fine. That's fine. It's based around time by the sounds of it then. I'm not going to egg you on too much.
Not really. Just there's been some changes happening on YouTube all across the board, and a lot of people are getting access to these new features, and I'm just doing a little test. Right. Is the Gives a Minute channel available for super chats during live streams? Yeah, it should be. The catch is you have to be there at the time at 52 seconds.
Yeah, you got to be there in the 2 minute mark.
It'll be an interesting next week or this week's live stream will be a little bit more engaging because I can then explain a few things about like why I'm doing this and where it's going. But what about you, Scotty? Have you delved into anything live aside from your Monday unediteds?
No, not at all. Other than what I've done before, but I've only ever done one live stream on my main the channel that I obviously run. I did have a secondary channel where I did maybe 3 or 4, but I was going to do one on Monday night at these abandoned silos that I was filming at. Absolutely amazing, like 360-degree views of Melbourne. It's just that because I was filming and it's at night, it's getting closer to nighttime. I was trying to run around from each side of the silo to get all the shots that I needed. By the time I'd done that, it was literally pitch black. So it was like, well, now I can't live stream. But I do have plans. I've got to get more shots. So I think this could end up being my longest video ever. At this point, I think I shot about 100 clips on Monday night, as well as about 40 minutes of GoPro footage. Haven't filmed any GoPro footage yet, which I'm going back. On drone footage, which I'm going to go back and film on Saturday. But the live streaming thing is definitely going to happen, and it's probably going to happen up there in a couple of weeks because this place is honestly going to be the new Nilex. Like it's unbelievable. It's 150 meter tall grain silo. It's probably 60, 70 meters long. It's amazing. Absolutely breathtaking, and we're gonna have a little event up there at some point. So hopefully, I'll get Jay out there and a few others, and we'll test the waters before it gets too intense up there. Because I mean, it is a straight drop, straight off the edge. So we don't want it going out of control. But
sounds a bit sketchy.
Yeah, it's. I wish that we sort of had it. Oh, well, we knew the location when you guys were in town, so the 4 of us could have gone up there and had a beer up there because it's $1 million views. People would pay millions of dollars to live up there and get a view like that.
See it, man.
Yeah, it's unreal. Yeah, last Sunday I actually filmed, I think 7 locations, so I'm pretty well stocked for about a month and a bit. But I'll probably bump this one up for not this Friday, the next one, because just of the location and the time that I filmed it and all that stuff. So. Yeah, I've almost as bad as Fogarty Avenue.
I think you've got a fair few months up your sleeve before that happens.
Sure do. It's months, years.
Mark says, let's talk live stream formats. So he's saying, should you... That's a bad sentence, Mark. He says, let's talk live stream formats when? Scheduled, random. So he's asking 3 different things. Should you do a scheduled? And if so, when should you do it? Or should you hit them at random? And by the way, Shane also asked, am I going to be going live every Saturday morning? That's correct. Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll put out a little reminder about 12 hours beforehand of the live, but that's my schedule. So on that note, what do you think, Scotty? If you're going to go live, what should you do? Should you do it regular or should you just go random, willy-nilly?
I think scheduled is the way to go. That way people know when you're live, when you where to be, all that stuff. So I think if we say Wednesday 8 p.m. every night, I think that's enough for people to eventually snowball it and pick it up and just spot. I mean, I do like the randomness that like Danny has where he'll go live, but I mean, there's times where he'll go live at 11 o'clock in the morning, 2 p.m. whatever, and I'm at work. I can't watch, or I'm sure everyone else is in the same boat. No pun intended there. But yeah, I think the scheduled is important to build your audience around it, and then maybe as you get bigger, you could go random. But I think scheduled is definitely the way to go. I love that Creaky does his sort of stuff at the time where I'm either editing a video or I've just got home, or like it seems to be in that after work category. So maybe the way to get more viewers is a scheduled thing. What do you think?
Scheduled as well. Funky Miller has a good point. He says he's easy for random versus scheduled, but creating a scheduled event so people can set up their reminder helps. So as long as you put that reminder out, that'll help. But I do think that weekly, or if you're going to go more than weekly, whatever the, bi-weekly or whatever it is, 3 times a week. But if you do it at the same time, people can get into that habit, like I've got netball on Tuesday and then I can come home and watch the stream, or I've got whatever it is. Like I remember back in the day, it used to be 7:30 p.m. on a Sunday for The Simpsons, and you can guarantee at 7:30 or 7:20 on a Sunday night, I was sitting in front of Channel 10 to watch The Simpsons because I wanted to watch it, So
very true.
I feel like a schedule is probably the way to do it, especially when you're small. Like my channel's tiny. Like probably not. I mean, I probably had like 40 people watching the stream that morning. Maybe not even. Maybe 30. But mind you, that's still more than Daryl Eves had. Oh man! By the way, so this is another topic that we could dig into, but I feel like we should get the other Yahoos on before we go too deep on it. But like Daryl Eves has just launched his version of No Small Creator, and it just, I mean,
so what's he calling
Creators Helping Creators, Creators Help Creators hashtag, and it just looks like he's cashing in. Like, I used to be a huge fan of this dude, and I've completely reversed my thought process. He lost my sub, and consequently, Cody lost my sub through the same envelope, if you like, of dislike of what's going on, because it's clear that one of them is just going, I'll have a bit of that, and I'll add that to me and make me bigger. I mean, what's the point of Creators Helping Creators? Isn't that No Small Creator? Yeah, good topic for discussion.
Yeah. I mean, I can definitely see the angle. Yeah, you're going for there. So yeah, how many people from No Small Creator are just going to jump on to Helping Creator, whatever it is?
Because they have access to someone who is a lot larger than Cody. So Cody's got a certain subscriber base, but Daryl has a larger subscriber base. So therefore, these guys will just jump on that and say, well, let's all help each other and pump each other. But all it really does is help Daryl Eves' back end. Like, I mean, we had I had a chat with someone that will remain nameless unless they want to come on and talk about it, but they use the term, Daryl Eves is like a talent vacuum. He just vacuums up those people that are on the rise and getting some notoriety for himself. Good business model, but not the kind of content that I really want to watch. It doesn't really feel authentic.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I can't say I'm pretty sure I'm still subscribed to him, but I don't watch it. It's I've sort of shied away from. I probably only watch 5 channels really at the minute. Like every day, watch 5 channels. And then I sort of go back and I catch up on the 10. Like you spend it to another 10 channels. I've really got into Viva Fry. I think he is unbelievable, man. He is.
Same here, man. Yeah. Same here. He's the best dude on YouTube. The best channel on YouTube, hands down.
Yeah. Before I was probably like that with Cody a little bit, but then it's gotten a little bit cliche with Cody, but I still think he's awesome and I love what he does. But Viva Fry, man, he's just, I love that it's not one dimensional. I think that's the best part about his channel. It's like 1 minute he's talking about UFC and then he's talking about like body language and all stuff. And I'm like, what? And then he's like, next thing he's like doing something with an ostrich egg. Awesome. Just like, this is, and it's like super, I wouldn't say I love family friendly stuff because, yeah, it's not really my dig, but it's something you can actually sit down and you can watch with multiple people, and everyone will get it and enjoy it. And that's, I reckon, that's going to be so hard to nail, to get that audience, to scope out to that audience of every age category.
Yeah, no, I think he's got the family vlog thing down. He's got the lawyer vlog thing down. He's got the outdoor fishing stuff down. It's just
I haven't seen that stuff yet. I haven't seen any of his fishing stuff, and that's right up my alley. So, yeah, I'm keen to see that. And he's already got me hooked. Again, no pun intended.
Did you watch the insane drone bass video from way back a couple of years ago now?
No, but I remember you guys talking about that once upon a time. But yeah, I'm going to have to dig back through his archive
to start on for sure.
And, I saw his video the other day with his drone smacking a wasp nest out of a tree.
Yeah.
That's
Ben
insane.
Wilson says, "Are we going here again?" Referring back to the Derelief thing. Well, look, there's nothing's changed in the sense that he hasn't actually spoken on what we spoke on. So we haven't heard from Mr. Eves himself, but except for him announcing this helping creator thing. So that's why we brought that up. But until Mr. Eves can come to the table and say, here's the reason why the stream was what it was, and here's what I learned from it, and here's why we didn't answer anyone's comments because we don't think we have to. Whatever it is, we'll wait to hear from him. Will says, any plans for surfing, Ben? How's the injury going? Absolutely, Will. We are in the midst of the warmer weather starting, and my elbow is fine. Like, I can do push-ups now. It's still got that hideous lump there that I never had before, but I can push up, and I've been running today, and I'm actually in the process of trying to work with a surfboard manufacturer to get a board endorsed for this summer for the Wave a Day. So if anyone out there knows anyone who makes surfboards, that would be a good lead. I've kind of hit a few dead ends at this point, but yeah, I'm pretty keen to get back out there.
Yeah, the weather's definitely picking up.
And the right stuff says he just wishes Viva Fry did more lawyer stuff. Oh, he's been doing a fair bit of lawyer stuff lately.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he's... Yeah. I've only been watching for like 2 weeks, but yeah.
More so than...
But I want to say...
That's what I was going to say. More so than anything, he's been doing the lawyer stuff. Yeah. Well, I think...
Daily lawyer videos.
I want to be an engaging YouTuber, and Viva Fry is one of those engaging YouTubers that I look up to, and I'm just hoping that he's in it for the long haul. Looks like he is.
Well, when you got... How many subs does he have? He had about 40 odd thousand?
Yeah, I think it's a bit more than that. I think
I think he said today on his video that he's been daily vlogging for 2 years. So 40,000 subs in 2 years. So yeah, that's...
What if I made my own surfboard? I'm not Yahoo Serious. This isn't... What was that movie? He made that...
Is it called Yahoo Serious?
Oh, it might have been. It might have been. He made a surfboard out of timber. It looks pretty good too.
I want to say it was.
Yeah, Google that.
Now I'm going to Google it.
Who we got? How many we got watching this stream? Are we entertaining 18 people? We are. That's all we need. By the way, I'm just looking at the actual stream going live, and you're way lower than me. Like, in terms of this is just not how it's going to be every week. But we did have a little bit of a mess up at the start there with whatever went down.
Yeah. He had a movie called Young Einstein.
That's the one. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Reckless
the one.
Kelly? No, not that, Chandy.
Reckless Kelly. Mr. Accident, which was in 2000. He was only in three movies. Or directed
Mr. Accident, Funky Miller got you there. Oh,
could be wrong.
Just lost our feed again. But I'm back on again. Interesting how you just have to stop it and start. Really keep my eye on it.
It's paused on your face. What are you pointing it at?
Hey, what actually happens when it dies like that? Like, what goes on? Does it come up with anything, or does it just die?
I think it just freezes, and then it's just got the buffering wheel. Hopefully, we're back now.
Fingers crossed that we stay back.
All right. Oh, maybe we're gone.
I'm seeing 4,000 kilobytes, so we should still be good. But there is one other thing that's going to take us off the air. You seem to drop every 10 minutes or so. Yeah, that's right. That's Optus syncing back to the tower. If anyone else can, I mean, Jeremy's got an offer for me to do something, which I'll talk to him about after the fact. But if anyone else can suggest any ways to make your mobile phone not lose its sync, or if anyone can just throw me an internet, just throw it to me. I'll catch it.
Hopefully with no lag.
Oh, no lag, yeah.
It's like we're back now. It says frozen with audio, so hopefully you can hear our voices and see us.
Frozen with audio. I see what you're saying. So it was a black screen. Don't talk bad about us because it cuts out when you could hear you this time. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Yeah. Charlotte Rose. So we got 25 viewers. Should we hang in here till 9? Scotty, are you cool for that?
Yeah, let's do it. As long as we don't drop out.
Well, I'll keep an eye on that little green light at the bottom of OBS. But if anyone has any suggestions for conversational topics, the right stuff, you seem to drop it. Yeah, we've been there. And Benon rubbed OBS too much. I'm not sure how to take that. G'day, Tim. Tim's in the chat.
Hey, Timmy.
Welcome on board, boy. We're having a great time here.
Everyone, leave some comments. We can go a bit later than 9 if it doesn't drop out. But what are you watching at the minute on YouTube, Benon? We talked about Viva Fry.
Yeah.
Is there anyone you want to give a plug?
Pretty much Viva Fry and Chris Bammon. That's pretty much the only 2 channels I've been watching, aside from you lovely chap. Yeah, I've watched a lot of Chris. He's an interesting character who goes out and does cool stuff in the local area up and down this coast, and he doesn't talk ever, and it's just somewhat...
Right, yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah. I mean, he's a
Can you drop a link to his channel in here, or
I can
we watch some of his channel?
Yeah, probably can't crank it up here. We'll get flagged, but
I
can definitely pump him into the... I actually reached out to him and suggested, should we do a collab or something? Because I feel like the fact he doesn't talk and the fact I talk my ass off would kind of go pretty well together. Do we have him in? Oh, CreatorCast. So CreatorCast subscriptions are not alphabeticalized.
Oh, really?
How could I ever have this as my own channel? I'll just have to type his name in.
Oh, well.
Another guy I've been watching who you might or might not know, Leon Lush. Have you heard of this guy?
No.
Okay. Is anyone in the chat heard of Leon Lush? If anyone has, just let us know. I've also been watching, you might have been tuning in a little bit there too with our mate Charles Marlowe, who's been doing some pretty hardcore content, I gotta say.
Yeah, I pop in and see him every now and then, see what he's up to, and I really enjoyed all the live streaming he was doing because it's fun. Because I'm a sucker for Los Angeles. I absolutely love that place. If I could live anywhere, it's right there. I love its dirtiness, and he was always hanging around Santa Monica and all that stuff, and I love seeing all that stuff. And then all of a sudden he stopped doing it, didn't he? And it was edited stuff.
Yeah. Well, I think he had a lot of issues going down in his hometown. I don't believe he's in LA at the minute. I think he's moved to be closer with a mate I think he's in Utah.
Okay.
But so if anyone's not familiar with Charles Marlowe, the vegan cheater, we've had him on the show before, and he's quite he's a polarizing opinion, and he's also got, and this is self-acknowledged, so I'm not like doxing him or anything, but he's got an issue with drugs, and for a long while there he would kind of, he'd get clean and then he'd go back in and succumb to his old ways. And now what he's doing is, which is kind of interesting, he's talking about it on his channel. So he's really, like, literally talking about how he injects hardline drugs and the situations that he finds himself in because of it. It's kind of strange. Like you might picture like a drug addict to be someone that would never have a YouTube channel because they couldn't, coordinate the logistics or whatever it is to get one together. But he's got one, and he's got a following, and his content lately has been a lot about his intravenous drug use. So if you're not squeamish and you want to learn about it, check it out.
Yeah, I just the channel you just shared. Sorry,
Yes.
Benon, that you were talking about. I'll just quickly click on it. Chris
Bammon, yep.
Bammon, yeah. So you got 10-minute videos, 11-minute videos. Never one word spoken.
Well, funnily enough, I don't think it's a rule of his not to speak, because he does every now and then. You might hear just a word, like maybe he takes his son fishing, and you might hear like, oh, good one, or great, but he never sits down with a piece to camera, is what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, right.
And
that's really interesting.
Yeah, and he makes like he'll drive his car down to the jetty, and then the next scene you'll see is the car still going down to the jetty, but it's shot from the other side of the river. So he's obviously got in the river, gone all the way over, set up a camera, come back, done the drive back down again.
That.
Like, seriously, hardcore setup shots.
There's a guy I watch, and we have to try and find his channel every now. He only releases videos maybe once a month, but they're like super well shot. Never seen his face. It's all filmed from behind. So it's just basically like a nature channel. So he'll go out in California, like in the middle of the woods, wherever, a stream, goes fishing, camps out, in the middle of the stream. It's amazing, beautiful, real beautiful scenery.
Man.
And he walks, and he'll be walking, and it's all shot from his GoPro on his chest, or the drone behind him, and he uses the audio from the GoPro. So it's all shot from behind him, and you never see his face. He wears a hat very similar to this one. I'm going to try and grab it without trash in the face, just like like that. So you can't see his face. So it's behind him. He must be in his early.
Whoa, hang on.
Early 30s.
The GoPro's behind his head?
No, I think it's on his chest. Yeah, so he has the GoPro on his chest and the drone behind him. So when he's walking, it kind of looks like someone's following him, but it's just the drone that's moving behind him. It's real. I'll try and find it while we're here.
That's cool.
My subscription list is pretty wild at the minute.
Miss Riz is asking, who is this? I think she's referring to when a few conversations back, Charles Marlowe, the vegan cheater. If you search for the vegan cheater, you'll probably still come up with his channel. He's been on the show here before. But if you're talking about Chris Bammon, because the chat's a little bit delayed, Chris Bammon is a local Aussie guy, and that's the link about 5 or 6 comments further back up from CreatorCast. That's his channel. Random Prospect is his URL. Really interesting stuff. I just like channels where the content is engaging. So like, I don't know, like this is why I don't like the self-help stuff, which seems to be all the rage right now. They're just making content constantly telling you, this is what you have to do, this is what you should be thinking, this is what you need to be thinking, let's do this. Whereas these dudes, the other dudes, are just actually out there doing it. And that's why I like that.
Okay, his channel is called Roadie. Simply just search Roadie. I'll show you on my screen.
Roadie.
And you can see his avatar there, his thumbnail. It's just him with the hat on. That's all you see of him.
That's awesome.
He
cool,
has
man.
a lot. Yeah, it's really good. Check it out. He has 46,000 subscribers, and I think he only has a handful of videos.
Wow, good on him.
He's got the right idea. He has under 10 videos.
Interesting. Under 10 video. What?
Yeah. Let me have a look.
No. He's got 40,000 subs and under 10 videos.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13 videos he has.
Let's sleuth this on Social Blade. See what he's deleted.
Yeah.
He must have erased some.
Yeah. Okay, so his first video it was living in my truck, camper shell, and it actually says update. So maybe he has deleted stuff.
Okay, could be.
Yeah, but that has over 200,000 views. Then he has one living in my truck, which has 1.6 million views. He has another one with 1.7 million views, another one with another million views. They're all averaging around 20,000 to 200,000 to a million on each video. So
okay, I'm looking at his Social Blade now. 13 uploads, video views 5.1 million. Created it in December 2016, so he's kind of new as well. Man, this is a good channel, dude.
It's really interesting. Like, it's super interesting and really well shot. I don't think I've ever seen another person in his videos. It's always just him.
How did you come across this guy?
I'm not 100% too sure. It might have been just in the suggested stuff that pops up on YouTube. Because I watch a few guys, like, you just go out in nature and fish and stuff like that. So it might have just popped up in, you know what? I actually think I was in Hawaii and it just came up and I was sitting on the John.
Good find. I just see a thumbnail there, recent video, traveling and fishing, and it's the back of a van. Interestingly, I'm about to purchase a van.
Really?
Yeah. I've got my eyes pretty set on a Delica 4x4 van. It's up in Sydney. I'm actually going up tomorrow to have a look at it. Miss Riz wants to know, is Charles Marlowe a drama channel? Well, he's vegan drama. Well, he used to be vegan drama, but a lot of it now is how to shoot up mainline drugs. But if you're into that...
It was always interesting, though. Even when he was like, I'm not a vegan, as you can probably tell. I still always found it really fascinating.
Yeah, look,
hopefully he gets back on his feet.
He's an enigmatic guy. Like that's why. Like I've never been a vegan, but I stumbled upon his channel and I found him to be entertaining and captivating. And I often root for the underdog, and he's definitely an underdog. And he's going through a lot of crap, and he's got my support the whole way through. But I don't really want to. I don't really want to take drugs, but I'm happy to learn about him and how it does. So here's this video here. I'm going to post in the chat. We're not going to watch it now because we would get all kinds of flags, but the video title is "I shot Molly with grape Gatorade at the bus stop." And Molly is, I believe, a street term for methamphetamine. There's the video. If I strongly suggest watching this after the fact, because you will. It's pretty compelling footage. It's just him talking to a camera. So, but this is, yeah. Maybe we should get Charles on again. Like I'm sure he'd come on the show again.
Well, it's MDMA as well. It's what would you call that? A party drug?
Yeah.
It's not that I know much.
Walker asks if I got a link to the van. I don't actually. It's on the marketplace on Facebook machine. But it's a 1998 Delica 4x4 diesel. It's blue, and that'll match my eyes.
Beautiful.
And I'm going to tear.
Are you going to stick a big "gives a minute" sticker on the back of it? Are you, mate?
Probably. I'll probably get a sticker. Yes, Miss Riz. Sorry, he does have two channels. He has one channel which he used to live stream on, and then he got flagged and he couldn't do streaming. So he's got the IRL channel and just Charles Marlowe. The one I linked to, I believe, is on the IRL channel.
We missed a comment just going back up to Miss Riz. Said that she watches Beauty Gurus, family vlogs, and Shane Dawson. Well, we need to talk about Shane Dawson at some point, but we don't have 7 parts to talk about it. His videos have been somewhere between unbelievable, fantastic, and shit all at the same time. There was another comment there from Will, I believe, asking if any of us got into any animations on YouTube.
Interesting.
Lord Bung is a great Australian-based YouTube animator. I probably said that wrong. So if you've got a link there, Will, do you want to post that in the comments so we can check that out?
Interesting. Animations has not really been my thing. Mind you, I'm pretty hardcore watching Family Guy at the moment. I'm really enjoying that. Yeah, can't go wrong.
I used to be really into animation when I was in high school. It was probably something I actually really wanted to do. I used to make stacks of animations just using my shitty computer in my room, just of me and my stupid friends. I wish I still had them all because they were hilarious. And stuff we used to do around the schoolyard.
Can you still animate? Are you still good at it?
No, I probably haven't done it since. I did study sort of animation there for a little bit at school for about 6 months, but quickly realized it wasn't for me because I can't sit still for more than 10 minutes, and the teacher was an absolute cockhead. So I quickly packed my bags and started a trade, and I haven't looked back since.
Can you just explain for those viewers that are not playing in Australia what exactly a cockhead is? It's a pretty Aussie term.
Is it? Cockhead. Is it a male chicken? We'll leave it at that. A penis head.
Sorry, Miss Riz. Yeah, it is a little confusing because Little Cheetah is Charles Marlowe's kind of SoundCloud stuff, and he's kind of I gotta say his content's a little bit all mixed over at the moment, and I think it's because he's back on the hardcore drugs. But if you can dissect through that, you'll find some interesting content. It's not for everybody. I'm gonna say it's not for everybody. You might think less of me that I enjoy it after watching it. You might think, why is Ben on watching this crap? Like I said, I do go for the underdog, and I think he's a genuinely nice guy, just having some issues And so Scotty right now. What the hell? Did you just see that? He's just changed again.
Did I? Did I go small again or big?
That's got to be an OBS thing. Like
that matches my giant head. Then that's fine.
That's an OBS thing. That's got to be an OBS thing.
We'll mark that down.
Let's wait for Mark to jump in the chat and say definitely an OBS thing.
Miss Riz just said we used to make videos pretending we were Rove McManus.
Oh, wow.
And we replaced celebrities. That's a classic. Rove McManus from a Rove Live.
Yeah, he was about that big, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, he was tiny. Little fella.
Miss Riz, do you have any of those videos? Because that would be really interesting content to look back on and put it up somewhere.
This is weird. I always thought Miss Riz was American for some reason. Where's Miss Riz from?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Leak that information. I always thought you were American for some reason.
I'm looking at a profile picture trying to work out where she's from. That's not the way to do that.
No, but you can usually tell if someone looks Australian or American. It's there you go. Mark Ensby's jumping on.
Do you know what I think Mark's doing? Mark, and correct me if I'm wrong. You're not really watching this stream, but you've got it on. And the moment we have anything to say about OBS, you're like, quickly run over to type a comment, and then probably go back to whatever he's doing.
Doing his umpiring duties.
Funky Miller, yeah, say hello to your mum for me. Wasn't that his Rove McManus's end screen? That's like his. That's somewhere out of time.
Oh, so Miss Riz is Funky's better half.
Huh.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I feel like we've known that, but I've forgotten it.
Yeah, because now it makes sense. Wasn't Funky sick like a couple of weeks ago, and she was updating us on that? I could be wrong.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So that makes sense now. I just thought you guys were homies, but.
Robert says I look like I'm a Queenslander, Scotty. Benon looks like he's a Queenslander, Scotty. Come on, Robert. If you're going to put a sentence, you got to punctuate correctly. That doesn't make any sense.
You're talking like a Queenslander, Robert. Yes.
Why did you choose to get a Delicia? Delicia. It looks like the word Delicia. So the reason I chose a Delica is because it's the only four-wheel drive van that's on the market in the price range that I've got, which is nothing. It's he wants 5.5 for it, but I reckon it's worth 5. So I feel like the reason I want to get a van to start with is so that I can rip the back out, put a bed in it, and then basically go up and down the coast and sleep wherever I want, make videos.
So jealous.
Yeah, and a four-wheel drive, even though these things are like, they're toy four-wheel drives, they're not real four-wheel drives, but at least
you're not going to need to four-wheel drive up and down the coast unless you're going on the dunes or whatever. But
yeah, I mean,
somewhere to sleep.
I'll get to somewhere that needs, that you probably might feel a bit sketchy taking a conventional two-wheel drive automobile on. So I'll just whack it in four-wheel drive and then go down, and that's the plan. And maybe with this van, I'm going to start something like like maybe a little bit of Bus Life NZ, like that kind of style.
Cool.
I mean, I'm buying it tomorrow, so I probably should start vlogging it, and yeah, maybe I could start doing that.
Rad. I love that stuff, man. I love all that outfitting of cars, and I can go on like hour binges of just watching people fitting out vans. I have a weird obsession with building things. So using drills and all that stuff is super fascinating. Oh, and Robert Muir did say that he is a Queenslander, so yeah.
Funky Miller's giving some info that I didn't know. The base of the Delica is a proper four-wheel drive. Or he's got is that dollar wheel drive? I'm not sure if that's...
I think we'll take it as a four-wheel
drive. But I have in the past owned vans set up for this kind of thing. I've got 2 albums here of actual photographs. The first one... So check this out. This was a van I owned in New Zealand. I'll just make sure that you don't get the reflection there.
Yeah, you're good there.
So I put that that's like a Star Wagon.
Yeah.
And what
are you drinking there in that photo? Are you drinking something? I
was eating a shoe.
Oh, right. It looked like you're drinking from a water bottle or something. Yeah, it makes more sense.
That's the back of the van.
That's
with
awesome.
The bed in it, and I want to do the same kind of thing. And then
and that's so simple to set up too.
Oh, dude, you just got to make sure it's tall enough to slide some milk cartons underneath, milk crates, and you're good to go. This one here was the one that I was really stoked on. This van here, when I owned that. Wait for the reflection to go.
There we go.
Yeah, that's actually that's what the Delica is. Well, the one that I'm buying tomorrow or looking at tomorrow, that is the next version of this car.
Looks like the A-Team's van.
Yeah, the L300 Mitsubishi Express. This was the four-wheel drive version. And by the way, just for anyone that's been up to Sydney and has been to King's Tableland, before I show this, has anyone... Shane Elwood Bennon invented the shoey. Yeah, well, that was 2001. I was doing a shoey well before. Mark Insby, it's diesel. No, it's not yellow, it's blue, Robert. Has anyone been to King's Tableland in Sydney? If anyone's been there, let me know, because I'm about to show you. You used to be able to drive onto this thing when I was kicking around up there, and this is me and my friends driving onto King's Tableland to sleep at night. He had that van from WA and I had mine there, and then we slept out there at night, and in the morning myself and my girlfriend at the time, we left and my friends stayed, and this is what they did. This is pretty funny. This photo here is them naked on the King's Tableland having breakfast, and what you can't see behind them is like just a massive drop that goes into like a huge, I mean that's the Three Sisters region. Yeah, Shandy, that's the Blue Mountains. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's just a canyon.
It's a huge canyon. Great times, but you can't drive up there anymore. They've blocked it all off.
Yeah. Hey, Adelaide Crow's the best. He's just jumped in. Everyone say hello to him. Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I want to do that sort of stuff again. You know, that's coming up for me. That's why I'm buying a van, hopefully tomorrow.
Robert Muir, are you taking the piss? You've never been out of Queensland.
Wow. How can that be?
Yeah. Queensland's pretty big.
What's Mark? You're in the chat there, or you're running back and forward. What's your recommendation, petrol or diesel? Because this one's obviously a diesel, but they did make them as petrol, and this one's an automatic too, which kind of kills me. I really don't like driving an automatic. I'd rather drive a manual, but they didn't really bring out too many manual versions of this van. So. Yeah. What do you think, Scott? Diesel or petrol?
So, petrol. I don't really tend to notice the prices all that much, but I've never had a diesel car, so it's always been petrol for me.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't tell you, to be honest.
That's good to know that we're back. We're back now, but
we're back.
There
we're
you
back.
go.
Yeah.
That's how it's going to roll. I wonder if this is going to be one long stream or if it's going to be like several different videos after the fact. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, who knows? So I was just saying, Adelaide Crow's the best said, why is Ben in my left ear and Scott on my right ear? So it's
Adelaide Crow said that? Whereabouts was
that? Just scroll up about 10 comments.
Why is Ben in my left earphone and Scott on my right? Okay, before we start trying to work that out, does anybody else have that issue? Because if not, Adelaide Crows are the best. Get some new headphones. just putting it out there, because often, and Danny Black's told us this, when you stream, you'll often see people reporting issues, but if you start fiddling with it because one person reports an issue, generally it's on their end. Will, we already know about your issue, so if anybody,
so it might be the headphones.
Yeah, anybody aside from Will have any of these kind of weird left and right issues, because you're gonna have.
Robert Muir again said he's never been out of Queensland, but he's heading your way in September, Benon.
Oh, okay.
So that'd be September of 2019.
Wait a second. I think I just fixed all that audio issues for everybody.
All right. Well, Adelaide Crows then will let us know if the Hendrix just dropped in. Is he, or is he always been here and I'm just missing him? But hello, Hendrik, if you haven't been.
Scott, Scott, you're sending out a signal that's mono only, so you should be good to go. But my signal was actually, now it's downsampled to mono, so that should be good. It's doing that in my headphones now as well, Mark Ensby says. Funky Mill says fixed. Lol, what was that, Benon? Yes, all right. Where's that humble pie? Right. Give me that slice of humble pie. I'll dig into that. I need to eat that.
Yeah, so that was OBS then.
Yes, that's more me, not OBS, because I'm looking at the waveforms here, and I could see mine was only on the top, not both. So then when I downsampled to mono, it became one. So thank you.
Yeah. come to think of it, we should have picked that up. You know, when you shipped your footage and audio off,
Very true.
we always had to change it to mono, didn't we?
Very true. Very true. We should have been able to spot that coming a mile away.
That's on us. That's on us.
That's on us. That's definitely on us. And my duping of you with 2 sets of audio with the echo was a completely. That's me not looking at the waveforms. Yeah, just not watching. Trying to do too many things at once, which wouldn't happen if I had other software. Mimo Live. Apparently, it's really good.
Never heard of it.
Nah.
Ben Wilson just said he just watched The Reasons Not to Cruise. What a horrid vlog.
Yeah. Ben.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that at some point in the next couple of days before our next
Funky
Wednesday.
Hashtag Ben on is hard. Now that could be read one or 2 different ways, but I tried to read it the way that you meant it. Turn it off and back on again. Okay, Will. Good to know, buddy. That was my fault. I'll take that.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
Apologies. But so I'll let you guys all know about how my I'm just seeing the car. I'm not going to purchase it.
Yeah. That's exciting.
Yeah, pretty stoked. Pretty stoked.
Yeah. Then you can get the surfboard on the roof, mate, and cruise up and down the coast.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know about that. I'm not really. I probably will, but I'm not really a surfer. But I'm only surfing because it's right there. So. I don't know if I'll go up and like try to find waves and such, but I'll definitely keep a board in the car. And if I'm just near somewhere and there's a good set of waves,
why not?
Yeah. But
I'm way too scared of sharks for that business, mate.
Dude.
I'll stay on land.
You've no idea. I'm absolutely freaked about sharks. Like completely.
I never used to be, man. I tell you what, I never used to be. Like as a kid, we'd be in the beach for hours and hours and hours and be out for 100 odd meters back down at Wilson Sprong when we were boogie boarding, surfing. Never used to be. Then I don't know what happened. I think I turned about 18, 19 and I ordered all of a sudden. Actually, you know what I can actually account to? I got caught in a rip.
Ooh.
When I was I got caught in a rip when believe it or not, I was on schoolies. My mate is a really bad swimmer. Okay, it's story time, kids. My mate's a really bad swimmer, and we were just throwing the tennis ball to each other, a pack of about 10 of us. And one of my mates threw it to him, and it went over his head. And it's gone with the current. And my mate just went, "I'll go get it," and everyone was like, "No, you can't swim." And of course, he went and got it. And as soon as he got in the rip, he just went, and I happened to be, for some reason, I had a boogie board, so I started swimming out to him. And I grabbed him and I sort of said, "Don't panic, mate. Like it's all right. Just ride it out, and then we'll cruise back into shore, or catch a wave." And he freaked out and he flipped the board off us, and the board went, God knows where. And all of a sudden, we were like, I remember looking down under the water and just seeing like this massive drop, and all of a sudden, sort of starting to panic. Then I couldn't bloody breathe, and eventually, obviously, we made it back to shore, but. Basically passed out on the shore. Ever since that day, for some reason, I've been terrified of the ocean.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough.
Yeah, and now I hate going like anywhere over like chest height. I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate it. That scarred me.
Yeah.
Definitely. But yeah, definitely sharks. Like even if I go up to like knee height now, I'm like looking around for fins.
Yeah, I'm the same, man. I'm the same. That's kind of why I've got that GoPro session that I'm going to put under the board, because I figure at least if, like. I'm a vlogger, so if there's a shark that's in the water with me, at least I want to get some footage of it. Like I don't want to get attacked, but I want to get the footage of it, right? So I've got the fin camera or the underboard camera, and the water's so clear here that if there is a shark, you'll definitely see it in the footage.
You're gonna see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it does scare the crap out of me, and it is a very real concern here in Australia. Like
Yeah. Yeah, I remember being a kid, and I used to go down to Phillip Island every second weekend with my best mate growing up. And we used to just swim like off the beach that was at the end of his street. And there's a pier just down below, like maybe 100 meters away. A guy brought in a great white shark from the pier.
Yeah.
And I remember just being like, what are we doing? Like,
Yeah.
And we used to watch like shark fins. You could see them like biting the massive, we call them buoys, out in the ocean. You can see them bobbing and going under the water.
That's insane.
And like that's great white sharks pulling them under the water, and it's like that never used to freak me out.
Yeah.
Like we used to be teenagers to be swimming out there, man. Like, yeah, now it's like, nope, I don't even want to think about it.
I think that there's just a common acceptance that if like there are sharks there, like 100% there are sharks right here, 100 meters from where I'm sitting, there are sharks. But are they going to attack you? More than likely not. But if one does get curious, an
it's
attack
game
might
over.
not be an attack. It might just be a leg bite, and therefore you lose an ankle or something. Like it's
Yeah.
the getting bitten or getting nudged by a shark is not something I want to experience. So,
No.
but
I can't even watch Shark Week on Discovery Channel without getting scared now. It's like,
fair enough.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely a real concern. But I mean,
Baby Shark.
Baby Shark.
Ben Wilson, you know the song. Now everyone's going to be singing it in the chat.
Don't
My
know
nephew's well into that. He's only 3, but now you're going to have it stuck in my head all night.
Classic.
What
Just what have I missed there on the chat? Nothing really. Okay, so we seem to have engaged people now up into a point, but maybe we should be wrapping this one up. What do you think?
Yeah, just quickly, Funky did. Sorry, I did see a comment before. He just said need to get to Chris Hemsworth to chopper you to Byron for some surfing. I don't know if anyone saw that. I didn't really watch it. My wife was telling me about it. He was in Byron Bay. This is Chris Hemsworth, or Thor from the Avengers series.
Right.
Australian actor. He picked up a hitchhiker on the side of the road in Byron Bay and took him in his helicopter surfing. That is all I know about it. So
That's cool.
maybe we will get to that maybe next Wednesday if you remind me. We'll maybe we can sit there and watch that one together.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Damn, I wasn't paying attention to the stream, but I still heard Baby Shark. Miss Reese.
That's going to be stuck in everyone's head now.
I actually don't know the song, but I'm kind of thankful I don't, because it sounds like I don't want it.
It's all right. Leave it at that, mate.
Well, Scotty, it's been wonderful to talk with you without having the other 2 Yahoos constantly butting in.
It's been fun.
It's
been fun.
Yeah.
It has been.
As far as OBS goes, I think there's a few hiccups, but I think generally speaking, not too bad.
We can sort it out though. I think we've got to the hopefully we've got to the point of getting past that now. So
my concern will be that when we reload this OBS profile, will the NDI still punch in from Skype, or will I have to re-add the NDI? That's more where I'm concerned, and also why did it constantly change size? But I guess that's technical issues. But then again, that's the beauty of CreatorCast. Like, it's not every week that I'll host this. Like, at some point, Scotty, you'll host it. At some point, Jay'll host it. He has been hosting. Danny's been doing the bulk of the hosting. But we're going to try to swap it all around. And like, me personally, I really love this layout, and I really want to finesse. I want to have our names come up where we are and the location, and just.
It looks like we've dropped.
Yeah, we did.
We might be back. Hopefully,
we did drop there. Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully, we'll be back.
Yeah, we dropped again. It's kind of in and out, but I will talk to Jeremy about this thing he mentioned way up in the chat, and we'll see if that's going to help. But what I was just saying before we dropped is that we're all going to swap around hosting, and I really like this layout, so I'm going to continue to hone this, and I'm sure Danny will hone his one with Mimo Live, and Jay will just continue to do Google Hangouts, I guess. And Scotty, whenever you get the MBN or whatever, we can work something out.
Yeah, easy.
But
it'll probably be OBS. Yeah, I do like the OBS setup. We're back now, so
yeah.
We were just discussing what we're going to do in the future, but OBS is probably the winner between me and Ben on at the minute.
we got plans, and it's. I mean, it will be interesting to see how OBS works with multiple NDIs pulling in from Skype, because actually, how will that even work? How do you do a multiple all on Skype? We'll have to work that crap out, but yeah.
No idea.
It'll get there. And Funky Miller's Walker, is looking at Delekas on Marketplace. Yeah, you'll see mine. It's in Bondi, I believe. It's a blue one.
He's gonna chuck a bid on now.
Yeah, go and have a look at that. But I mean, we've definitely had an interesting evening with a little bit of tech and a little bit of issues, but you can hear that